Hi guys, let's talk about moving average strategy. I prepare a Jupyter notebook for you and let's download data from Binance. So let's download data for the last 1 year with time series 1 hours, and cryptocurrency would be Bitcoin. Let's do it. Okay. So next we need to define a grid. Grid, it would be an array of numpy with step 10 from 10 to 250. Using this grid, we need to create signal for fast moving average and slow moving average. Let's do it. Using run combination from vector bt method, we indicate this grid like window, and short name would be fast and low. Next, we need to create signals for entries and exits. Entry signals would be when fast would be more than slow with a crossover equal true, and vice versa for exits. Next, we need to create some settings for portfolio. The most important parameters is fees. Let's indicate it. Next, we need to do this combination. Okay. Next, we need to create some build charts. Let's do it. It takes some time, and I would like to build some big backtesting results. And I see that sometimes we have very bad parameters, and you see this is this red line is not a good strategy, but sometimes the strategy is working like this blue line, and let's find it. So you see we have some range of results of this backtesting. Some parameters is working and some parameter doesn't work. Okay, to understand these charts we need to build head map. It's very useful charts to understand what is parameters working, and you need to find when you see this yellow or orange data, and you see when we have fast window 230 and low window 240 is it would be the best parameters with commutative returns is about 6%, but some parameter is not working for us. And I remember for you we use this strategy with commission, but by default we should use the strategy without commission because we need to find some statistical advantages. Okay, when we find these best parameters, we need to find these parameters like the best parameters, and we need to transform this data total returns to the time series pandas, but we need to convert this data to pandas data frame, and we find dx max, we return index of the biggest value of this data frame, and you see total return would be 220 and 240, and we need to use this data for our strategy. And when we know these parameters, we could build a strategy. Let's do it. We indicate that fast we need to call method moving average and indicate data like data close and these parameters for moving average and label. The same for slow. Okay, we indicate entries, exits, and we need to create our portfolio with some commission. Let's do it. And we need to upload these results, and you could change the size of this image, and you see we have some results. And this strategy is better than benchmark. You could see because when you see this green area, this is result of backtesting. This green line is our Bitcoin. And for detail, we could analyze this data using method statistic stats. This is a default method of vector bt, and you could use it. But we have some profit factor, and we have some total return. In this benchmark returns is minus 97, What is this? Marks drop down. Okay, and let's, for example, analyze this data for Ethereum, for example, or XRP maybe. Let's do it for XRP. When you download the data, like an example, I take data for 1 year, but in your case, we need to find some of the best parameters. We need find some data frame from different cryptocurrency, from different size of data frame and time series. We need create some multiply of experiment to find the best idea for this. Okay, let's do it. Let's again create this grid. Let's build. What would be the results of this testing? Okay, we have some different results. Maybe the strategy is working better than on Bitcoin, but we haven't any smooth line for profit. But it is okay. We have some statistical advantages, and in this case, it's very important when we use machine learning, for example, and we could use this signal like feature for our machine learning. Maybe in the next video I show you how we could take this signal to create some simple machine learning strategy, and we could develop this idea in next. Okay, let's create this head map. Let's do it. Okay, and you see we have some different head map. In the previous we have the best results would be here, but in this case the best parameters is here. Okay, but in general we need to find index map. Okay, this 70 and 230. Okay, it's good. Let's indicate these parameters is here and create the best strategy on Ethereum USDT for this data set. Okay, so let's build these results. Okay, let's plot this data and find. Okay, we have some profit line, and the strategy is better than benchmark, and we could use it. And where is our fees? Okay, so in theoretical we could use this strategy for production. Okay, for example, let's analyze another coin. For example, let's analyze Dash USDT, and let's take data, for example, for the 500 days for 1 hour. We need understand how it's working for different data frame. It's very important when we analyze some feature, and we need to create multiple of experiment to understand more deeply strategy. Okay, it takes some time to download the data. Let's wait. Okay, let's do. So you could use this Jupyter notebook and make some experiment, and you have very good ideas with the best parameters. You could make comments on my YouTube channel, and we could discuss these parameters. Okay, so in general you see we have also positive total returns, and in general it's working better than Bitcoin USDT. Okay, what is the distribution head map? Yes, it's very interesting. We have some the best parameters is here for this data frame. It's very interesting. Okay, what is data? Okay, let's look in another. What is the best parameters? 40. Okay, let's change it and find the best ideas. Let's do it with backtesting. So you see it's very simple, and you could use it to find the best parameters, and you could run these results and find some signal. For example, if you have different frequency of trading, you could change these parameters. For example, if you're long-term trader, you could use, for example, 1 day. Let's take data for the last 1000 data. Let's use Bitcoin USDT. I'm interested in what happens. Okay, let's do it. It's the same. Let's run it. So, and you could see when you're working like quantitative trader or data scientist, we need a run of thousands of some experiment of data to find that some of the best parameters. Okay, we have a multiply of distribution. You could see we have some free clusters. It's also very interesting information for data science. For example, we have these clusters and these clusters. Okay, it's very interesting. Let's look in what is the best ideas. Very interesting. Also, we have small spread between moving average. Let's look at this. What happened with this data? Okay. In general, we could trade on those results when we have with a positive mathematical expectation the previous, because we don't need to make some random sign-up. It's very important for traders to use simple tools to improve their trading experience. So you need, guys, use it. Maybe would be helpful for us to make your trading more profitable. So guys, if you like this video, please like me this video, and see you later.